Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to keep it low so that the cockatoo doesn't wake up because of this message from Spirit that I got about time. I had to take a deep breath because it's a lovely reminder that my guides are sharing with me. And it's super important that I relay this information because a lot of us, we're very much stuck. It's just part of the human blueprint to just sort of see that what we're seeing or experiencing outside of ourselves is real, right? So it's as if our reality is real, and it is. So I don't want to make you think that our reality isn't real, but what we realize is that the reality that we are experiencing doesn't have to be our reality. But it's also important for us to know that while we're in the process of shifting and changing and creating for ourselves and building and just no longer feeding into what no longer serves us anymore, because 2020 was a lot about breaking the conditions and the systems that we are used to personally and collectively, yes? So we're pretty much realizing that what we've been doing doesn't work for us. And so now we're like, okay, well, now what? So now we're hopefully we're implementing changes, right? Because we know we can't be the same way that we were. So let's look at this not only on a collective level, but also on a personal level. There is, and this was the main thing that my guides were reminding me and telling me. There is a gestational period from when we want something to happen and we're taking action on it and for it to actually show up. And it's like we have this tendency to, in the process of allowing that to happen, just seeing or experiencing what our reality is as our truth, where what's really happening is we are creating a new truth for ourselves. We're creating new realities for ourselves. We're making changes. But those results, those outcomes, the manifestations don't happen right away. And that's because we live in a third dimension where there's space and time. And wherever there is time, there is space, right? It takes time to go from point A to point B. And if you want to get to point C, but you're only at A, well, you still have to get to point B and then to C. So ultimately you do get to C. But because there's a big space between A and C, it takes time to move from A to B to C. And that's what we forget. I know I forget all the time because I'm here going, I'm doing my work. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But the one thing that I find myself doing over and over and over again, and I don't know if you're like me, I don't know if you're experiencing this either, is trusting that it's actually happening, that the universe, the energy, everything is actually conspiring and collecting and getting everything for us together to and move us towards that manifestation, towards that change, towards that new reality that we want and that we are, right? So let's not forget, and as I tell you this, I swear to you, I'm telling myself this because my guides are almost shaking me, going, Terrie, you're creating so many beautiful things. Stop being so hard on yourself. Be more, yet again, compassionate that it's not here yet. Have trust, have faith, keep moving. Don't stop because your manifestation isn't here yet. You don't have your outcome. You don't have your result yet. That gestational period is something we are bound to because we are earthlings bound to the planet Earth in third dimensional reality. So it's super, super important for us to understand that the healing that we want to take place, the money we want to attract, the relationship that we want to attract, it takes time. We don't give up. We don't give up. You hear me? We do not give up. The changes in our systems, in our government, all of that, it doesn't happen overnight. We don't give up. We don't give up. So the gestational period is real. So let's lean into that gestational period. Let's not fight it. Let's give it the space to happen. It's called allowing. A lot of us don't realize that that is such a huge part of law of attraction. Law of attraction is always working. We're always attracting what we want and what we don't want, right? But are we allowing what we want to happen? Because it is during that space between where we are and what we want where we need to practice. And it's in that gestational period that we don't give up. So let's not give up. I promise not to give up if you don't give up. Okay, you guys? Whew. They smacked me over the head with that one. All right, you guys. Have an easy day. It is Christmas Eve. Yeah, so Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. And I'll see ya on the flip side.